And what was the second question?
And how important was identity, which reflects in this film?
Well, for a long time in the initial years, when we talk about cricket, it was more about men's cricket. Even the roundtable conference, wherever in the parties, everybody would talk a lot more about what's happening in men's cricket, but never the curiosity or the awareness about is there a women's cricket, or if there are women cricketer around, are you curious enough to know what is happening there? So in that sense, it was very important growing up and making people realize there's women's cricket too. For cricket, there is men and women. Women also play cricket. So in that sense, identity was very, very important. And when I started, obviously in the obscurity, there was no facility, no resources. The number of games that we played was very less. I've played a lot of domestic games, then the international in the first few years of my career. But I was very fortunate that I had a lot of support in terms of my parents, school, coaches. At every stage or every phase of my career, I was very lucky in that sense that I got support when I actually needed it.
Got the support, that's what you were telling. And last one, like, were you forced to do the retirement or like, was it your own decision?
Well, there's nothing, nobody can force me to do anything. That way I'm very stubborn. I will, if I had to take a retirement earlier, I would have done it. Because I've never played for fame or money. That was never the reason for me to take up the sport. The circumstance is very different as a 10-year-old, but over the years, I've grown very fond of the game and my passion grew a lot. The passion was more playing for India, and that never sort of, at any point reduced. And I took retirement because I was very clear. I had the clarity in mind that World Cup was the tournament that I was preparing for. And usually after the tournament, there's always a build-up. There's change in the team, and they would want to build the team for the next big event. And there is no point for me at this stage to play just 2-3 series and be happy about it. That was never the purpose or the reason. And that is the why I took retirement.
Thank you so much. You have made us all of proud. Huge round of applause once for Mithali Raj. And this is for Tapsi. And what was the convincing factor for you in this film? Because you also, I mean, I think it's an identity because you own a wedding agency, you own a, the badminton, this thing, and you're a very self-made woman. So was that the identity was a convincing factor or like anything else for you to accept this film?
I think, first of all, who would say no to portraying Mithali Raj on screen? I think it's whoever is ready to put in those hours of hard work, who has that much of time should, I don't think any actor in the right state of mind will say no to this. But yes, one connect that if you ask me was that statement that I read of hers even years before I got this offer, which was when she answered the question of who's your favorite male cricketer. That is what I read in the newspaper, which got me to notice Mithali. I was myself guilty of not knowing about her or about the women's cricket team. So that statement connected and spoke to me, because of which I had noticed, okay, who is this person giving such a strong statement? And it is resonating with me. So hence I got to know about her, and because of her I got to know about the women's team then. And then I felt obviously very guilty of the fact that I did not know about it. And I think, as I say always, I manifested it somewhere, that it came to me to correct that mistake, to make sure I use my medium to make sure other people are not guilty of the same thing.